And good evening, my lovely Lost Tales, and welcome back to the Blue Rose Respite for my Magical Monday stream, let's call it. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, my lovelies. Yes, we're switching things up a little bit. We are continuing with Tavern Talk tonight, TTT, because I'm taking Wednesday off because Great Kraken is coming to visit London, so we're hanging out together. Really excited to meet him in person because he is an awesome friend. And so I'm just taking that day off to hang out with a cool guy, and we're going to do cool London stuff, and we're going to do cool friend stuff, and I'm really looking forward to it. But thank you so much for joining me tonight, my lovelies. Just a heads up, this is a sponsored stream because I was gifted a copy of Tavern Talk, so big thank you to Gentle Troll Entertainment for sending me a copy, and also you can currently get the game at 10% off on Steam because it just came out last week, and it is already very cool. We explored the first act last week, had a great time with it, so I'm very excited to see what happens in Act 2. But how are you doing, my lovelies? I have had a good start to the week, mostly just taking care of some other side personal stuff, going to the gym, that went really well. I had combat training last night, that was also a lot of fun. Got to do what was called Case of Rapiers, so it was essentially a rapier sword in each hand. So if you don't know what a rapier sword is, think the swords that they use like swashbuckling and for fencing and stuff like that. So it's a very long, very thin blade. So you can imagine when you have one of those in each hand and you need to both block and then also strike and then also reverse so that you are striking with your left hand or your non-dominant hand and then blocking with your other. Then you have the two very long blades moving in front of you at the same time and you try your best to not let them clang in front of you. It was so cool, had a lot of fun. It was tricky though, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably one of the trickiest classes I've done, but still so much fun. Oh, thanks so much, my lovelies. Like, it was genuinely so cool, and I'm very excited to do my first certificate next month, so that is coming up surprisingly quickly. But I'm very much looking forward to it because it'll be my first official certificate with the BASDC. And I'm just really excited, but I'm also quite nervous about actually doing something full-time that is purely combat focused. I know I'm going to be amazing because I've spent the past year on and off doing little bits of training, so I feel fairly confident that I'll definitely pass and get my certificate. But it's also a little scary, so send me good vibes for that. But, how are you doing, my lovelies? Chat, hear me out. Stephanie, protagonist in an AC game or movie. Raise your hands. Please? Please cast me in big video game series, please. I'm counting down the days until my summer vacation starts. Only 14 more work days. Awesome. Adhere, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Rose Respite. Thank you so much for joining us. Perfect timing. We're just getting settled in for the evening. Just checking in how everyone's doing. Hope you've had a great week so far. Oh, thank you so much, my lovelies. The nerve in my leg is still in pain and not as much as last week where it was making my foot numb from pain. I watched the new episode of Interview with the Vampire. I won't go into detail, but I saw that just a few hours ago with Scarlett. I'm not okay. I knew what was going to happen because I've seen the movie with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise and Kirsten Dunst, so I knew what was going to happen. I just didn't embrace myself for that level of heartbreaking perfection. Because it was so fucking good. I'm having a really good day. Thank you, Adhere. Yep, I just wasn't prepared for it. And, with a great sucker punch of emotions, on Saturday I saw the Ghost movie, Right Here, Right Now. I believe it's probably maybe out of cinemas by this point, but I'm very lucky that I got to see it on Saturday night. I had a fantastic time. It was so good. Because I talked about in the lead up to it, I was a bit nervous about seeing it because generally I don't go to the movies very often just because I get easily agitated by other people around me. But honestly, everyone in the cinema was just so enraptured by what was happening on screen And if anyone like was kind of moving or making a little bit of noise, it was all part of like the atmosphere of the movie. So like a lot of people were like tapping their feet or kind of like jamming in their seats to the music, but it's a concert movie. Of course you're going to do that. I was doing that, and like either quietly whispering or like mouthing along to the lyrics. And when there were moments of applause, you just kind of quietly go, yay. Yeah, my theater was quiet because I think the people who are seeing it, it's fans of the band who are seeing it, so they want to make it like a really good experience and like really pay attention to what's happening on screen. And so the moments where there were the little cut scenes between some of the songs where it would be backstage stuff, I won't go into details, but everyone was kind of, I noticed it wasn't just me doing this, when those moments were happening, everyone was just kind of like leaning forward into their seats, just trying to listen to everything that was being said, because we were just taking in all the little bits of lore, just gobbling that up like the little rats that we are. I've had kind of a rough day. I'm just glad to be here with all of you. You guys always make my day better. Oh, King Deadlock, that's fantastic to hear. Well, thank you so much for joining us and being a part of tonight's stream. I really hope that things get better for you soon. My feet were tapping and was swinging my seat the whole time. Hell yes, Sam. But hey, how you doing, Steph? Awesome to see you again, and amazing to hear the combat training is going groovy. Always a great time to pop in. Right now, my heart is happy. Speaking of combat, I've been imitating a specific stance from fan favorite Reaper Robert Whittaker from Australia. Proud you're doing great in life and streaming. You deserve it. I'm hoping by the end of October my shout-out tweet gets at least 60 tweets. That would be amazing. Like, Celtic Wolfsbane, I really do appreciate that you've still got that pinned on your profile, because it does help to boost visibility of my work and my presence online. So I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are just incredible. Thank you. I've been pretty good so far. I had a nice weekend and I got a new cameo from Stephanie yesterday, which was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for requesting it, Weaver. Like, it really does mean a lot when people request cameos from me, because it really adds that like personal touch to the connection that I think you guys make with a lot of my characters. So if you want to check that out, you could type in !cameo if you want to get a special personalized video from me or one of my very cool characters. I'm just saying. I actually don't know much about Ghost's background lore, but the film was very accommodating for that. I agree. This isn't really spoilers within like the first 2 minutes or something of the movie, but they do a little kind of encapsulation of the main story beats that you need to know in order to understand who the characters are and what the dynamic is between them. Of course, you can go back and looking into more details online, where people have put all the red string on the walls and put more things together. But I won't say anything further about it, but I am just very excited to see what happens next. Hopefully, I can see them in concert at some time in the future. Because last time I got sick and I couldn't see them, and I was very upset about it. Oh, thank you. Chat, I'm not asking for much. Please go to my Twitter and get the visibility up so we can shoot Steph's work up. Please, that's my only request. And I really, really do appreciate that, Celtic Wolfsbane. It's funny because I think my 24/7 broadcast that's happening over on my YouTube channel at the moment, that's just sending my voice out into the wavelengths of the internet, so to speak. It's, I think, getting some newcomers brought over to my channel, and it's quite sweet reading a lot of comments of people just happening to stumble across my channel and then being surprised of just wanting to at first just check out 1 or 2 chapters just to see what it's like, and then they leave a comment on the last chapter being, "It's 2 hours later. I have had no sleep, but thank you. I really like your work." And it's so sweet, and I really, really appreciate it. Alrighty. How are we doing for time? Just trying to think, was there anything else I wanted to kind of talk about ahead of time? I don't think so. The only thing I can think of is just a heads up is even though there's an extra Saturday this month, I'm still only releasing 2 videos per month at the moment. I've just been a little bit overwhelmed with a lot of other stuff happening in life at the moment, and I thought, I could maybe push myself and make an extra video this month, but there's just been a lot that's been happening behind the scenes that's been quite stressful. So we're just sticking with 2 videos this month, because this Saturday is also going to be the live narration as well that I do for my patrons and my Twitch subs over on my Discord. So yeah, just a quick heads up, just in case people were thinking, oh, last week we didn't get a video, are we getting a video this week? So just a heads up about that. But I am working on the draft of the script for the next one, so don't you worry. There was one comment from years back. ASMR writing so good, it makes me want to stay up to hear more. Like, it just makes my heart really happy. Excuse me. But how are you guys feeling? Do you want to get stuck into Act 2 of Tavern Talk? Because I most certainly do. We might not finish, depending on how long each act goes, we might not get into the end of Act 2, but we'll see. We'll see where we are in like 2.5 hours or something. Alright, let us settle in, because we are diving back into Tavern Talk. I'm very excited, because I need to know what happens next. Okay, let's settle in. Act 2, Starlight Sonata. Oh. Okay, with this exterior shot though, it's kind of giving me an ominous feeling that something's gonna happen later down the line that maybe changes the exterior, or this might just be a perfectly harmless establishing shot to show what time of day it is. And everything's fine. Alrighty, got everything good to go. Okay, so let us embark on Act 2, Starlight Sonata, Chapter 5, Picking Up the Pieces, First of the Astral Moon. Everything's great. Everything's fine. I'm glad the inn wasn't severely damaged by the falling stars, though it did take me nearly the whole day to finish all those little repairs. The building might still look a little battered, but it could be worse. Hopefully none of my customers got hurt yesterday. Plot twist, the tavern is a mimic. I can absolutely see them doing that. It's not much, but I should surprise them with a new drink on the menu. Oh, we got a new drink! Nice! The Sunny Breeze. Oh, I look forward to making that. That way, whoever comes in can at least get a small taste of normalcy. I think that sounds like a good plan. Hi, you're cool. Innkeeper. Jade. New character. Hi. Hi, Jade. Didn't think you'd show up again after last time. No hard feelings. Remind me again, who started that whole brawl? Oh, no clue, actually. Must have slipped my mind. Oh, sorry, the turtle has a teeny tiny smiley face when he pops into his shell. That's so cute! Immediate new favorite person. Must have slipped my mind. Would a drink help you remember? If I wanted to chat about it, maybe. But you know how much the remnants of the past bore me. Then let's focus on the present. Let's. I didn't come all this way to revel in old times, after all. Although, I brought you something I knew you'd find useful, just in case you did remember who started the brawl. Oh, this is interesting. Let me see. It's some thunder sage. Found it at one of my jobs, but didn't have any use for it. Just don't try to boil tea out of its leaves. Tastes dreadful. Numbs your tongue. Okay, so now that we can see her fingertips, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but at her shoulders, they're either crystal or maybe some kind of goo, but then you can see her arm bones through there, so I think both of her arms are synthetic, or maybe necromantic in some way. And that is so cool. I love it when there's characters with prosthetic limbs that have some fantastical magical element, whether they're crystal or like an ectoplasm or they're mechanical. They're just so cool. Okay, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Celtic Wolfsbane. Just don't try to boil tea out of its leaves. Tastes dreadful. Numbs your tongue. You seem to be speaking from experience. And we got a new infusion, very cool. Her necklace glimmers in sync with her arms, so I vote crystal. Okay, I could see that. Your tavern seems to be getting on in years. Seems like nothing can escape the grip of time. Okay, so with the music that's currently in play, maybe she's got more of a slightly more Western vibe. So I feel like I should give her more of a Southern accent. I was giving her more of an English accent, but Kea kind of has a Southern accent as well, but hers is a bit deeper, like a more growly. So let's try a Southern accent with Jade a bit. Wasn't even sure if it was still open. Is it that bad? I guess some would say age adds character. And what would you say? I'd say you've gotten old. Ouch. Oh, don't take it too personally. You still got some of your old. Spark? Ish. And yeah, her hair is so pretty as well. That's at least something. Not the brightest flame, but funky enough. Thank you? Now, I'd actually like to try one of your fiery drinks. What can I serve you? Something that'll quicken my reflexes. Gotcha. We got just the thing for you.
I do. Hey, baby. Boop. Boop the snoot of the cute little fat dragon, baby. I love him.
Okay. Swift strike. What's the one? That's the sunny breeze. Oh, that's pretty. Can't wait to serve that to someone. But they probably want a swift strike. So let's get that made for you. Okay. And it's a little bit of intelligence. And then... there we go. Ding! Not actual sparks, but perhaps something sparkling. Now that's what you call a drink. Maybe you haven't got on in the years so much after all. Well, some things never wither. What are you doing in Zenith these days? Keeping up to date. Checking out the latest town gossip after my most recent gig. Your most recent gig? I finished up a job in this Let me take that again. I finished up a job in the Say Plains. A sandworm kept terrorizing a group of sealwool merchants at the edge of the plains. I myself am very fond of those creatures. They just mind their own business, but sometimes they gotta eat. But you know how it is. Something's gotta pay the bills after all. So I took the gig. It was a cushy job, though I still managed to get sand between my teeth. Luckily, it was only a sandworm, and not one of those mimics that pretend to be part of the local fauna, and... snap. Gone you are. Anyway, I also heard about some unrest in Zofort from one of the local merchants and decided to go take a look. Zofort? The seaport? Yeah. Always considered it a rather calm area. It was. It still is. Sometimes, at least. Initially, I thought the unrest was related to the local thieves guild. Oh no, it's all good, Sam. You take care of yourself, okay? So I went there to deal with some bandits, look at their most wanted list and cash out. There was no real challenge though, so I didn't pick anything up. Other than a few hushed whispers at the marketplace, that is. Got rumors for me? Something about some Archmage's familiar that went missing or whatever. Perhaps a job for you? I'm not a welfare association. Like, what do I care about missing familiars if no one's gonna pay me, you know? Of course. I was way more interested in hearing more about the undead on the other side of the country than my colleagues were mumbling about. So I came here, and naturally I couldn't resist coming by to see how you were holding up. Okay. So even though things are complicated between us, I'm curious to say if we're not doing too good, then it opens up something interesting. I want to save quickly. Just in case I want to go back and take it again. Honestly, not too good. I'd ask if you wanted to talk, but I think I already know the answer. Correct. Sure, whatever you say. So, do you know anything about those undead? Not really. I've been a bit occupied with cleaning up this mess. The tavern was just a tad affected by some recent incidents. What do you mean? The shooting stars? Oh! Oh, you are exquisite! I know exactly what voice to give you. Shooting stars? It's much more serious than that. Innkeeper, a drink, please. Perhaps something to boost my defenses. I have to be equipped for every possible situation after this kind of morning. She's giving me Asimar vibes a bit. It might just be all the gold and the little halo headband, but I'm picking up maybe Asimar vibes from her. Coming right up. I've got something for you, my dear. Something... Where is it? Frosted Lagoon. That's it. One, two, and was charisma and strength. There we go. God, they're just so pretty, both of them. Eee. Please enjoy. Like dragon scales, sturdy, strong, flawless. I'm glad I could impress. You have no idea how much this catastrophe has affected the poor citizens of Zenith. And my day off. I can only imagine what scars it must have left on the rest of the country. I mean, if some star rain managed to affect not only the tavern but the whole city, it must have been pretty bad. Speaking of which, I'd be happy to help you fix this place up. If the money's right, of course. No, thank you. I'm closing up early today and tomorrow to take care of things. Alright, Chief. The offer stands. What? You don't really believe it was just shooting stars, do you? What else would it have been? Have you not seen the damage? Last time I checked, shooting stars were flaming comets traveling through the firmament of Cassiopeia. Sometimes they crash on Gaia. Rarely, but it happens. Nothing I would worry about. Yeah, it's like, not just wings for her eyes, but under her eyes have like little feather lines. Yeah, because her eyelashes are like especially feathery. We're talking about the character on the left-hand side, but I couldn't quite tell if those were like scale marks on her cheekbones or like a kind of soft feathery texture. But she definitely has that kind of regal paladin sort of presence, doesn't she? Just an average Genesis for me. Cassiopeia, help me. What? You know something I don't? Perhaps. Oh, do enlighten me, please. Well, it seems you're not aware of who you're talking to. Nope. That's a name, okay. My name is Alethea Anwar. I'm a devotee of the great dragon Cassiopeia, bringer of change and lady of the Gilded Sea. Oh, so she's got dragon blood. Okay. Interesting. Dragon's blood or dragon magic. Okay. Interesting. I fight for those who cannot fight for themselves, bring justice to those who would bring doom. And I am very aware when something is wrong with the firmament. Cool. Pleasure to meet you, Alethea. Alethea? I think that's right, Alethea. Alethea. Now, trust me when I tell you, this was more than just your average asteroid shower. I'm bad at trusting strangers, but go ahead. I believe something way worse happened. What? I think... no. I know the stars fell from the sky. Literally. Usually, I reside in the Aperture. It's a temple in the far northeast, dedicated to Cassiopeia. But for my niece's birthday, I decided to take a few days off and visit her, to take her out to the carnival on the outskirts of Zenith. We were just on our way back when suddenly, right above us, the sky was ablaze with millions of stars raining down on Gaia. Oh, Alethea, I'm so sorry. I'm very attuned to the realm of Cassiopeia, the harbour of all luminaries of the firmament. Just say astral realm. That wouldn't do the place justice, but what would you know? It's vast and yet so full of beauty. It's an ocean with a glistening surface, home to creatures beyond our comprehension. It's the theological term for it. Anyways, I noticed something was off the moment it happened, perhaps even a tad beforehand. Like the feeling of impending doom, when all the hairs on your neck stand up and you know there's a creature lurking somewhere in the shadows. Exactly. Which is why, in keep, I came here right after fulfilling my duties this morning. So many were hurt. It's a matter close to my heart, figuring out what happened. After inquiring with those affected, many referred to you and your tavern. If anyone had any intel, it'd be you, they said. They did? Yes. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I imagine I know even less than you do. I was hoping to find some clues at least to help me start with my investigation. Well, she could ask around for you, I'm sure. Would you do that? I can certainly try. Good. In the meantime, I shall do what I do best. Aid those in need. And perhaps find out more about this disaster. Why? What? Was that sound outside? Why are you so nonchalant about all of this? Things like this happen all the time, and people like you fix them. Thus, not my problem. People like me are the reason people like you can continue living like that. I didn't ask for any help. Sorry, I didn't ask for any help. There will be a time when you do ask for help, and then you will be happy there are people like me. Sure. Before I forget, innkeeper. Yes, Alethea? I will help you fix up your tavern, free of charge. Not necessary, but thank you for the offer. Well, if you don't need my help, I know many around that do. So, I'll be going. Maybe we'll know more about all this when I return. Okay, I want to read about what her thing is. Okay, we'll get to you in a second, Jade. What rumors have we gotten? Okay. We've got small pieces to a number of different rumors, but we don't have any complete ones yet. That's okay. We have to do some more poking about it. Okay, Alethea. Oh, She's a seraph. Okay. Alithia Anwar, seraph, 25, she, her, cleric. Background is the aperture, lawful good. Her arcana is the high priestess. Alithia is a righteous devotee to the dragon Cassiopeia, a fact that she makes sure everyone knows. She is very eager in her ambitions to save people and to protect the world from falling stars and the like. Oh, I like her. I love all of these characters, they're great. Okay, Jade. She's Mahida. 32, she, her, bounty hunter. Background is the Sai Plains, chaotic good. And her arcana is the Emperor. Interesting. Okay. How dramatic. Isn't it normal for divine devotees to act like that in a time of crisis? Not sure if I'd call this a crisis. Sure, it's like she said, and the literal stars fell from the literal sky, then yeah, that's odd. And then again, I'm sure Cassiopeia would have stopped it from happening if she wanted to. Are you religious? No, but I don't deny the dragon's existence. Which means I'm more than confident in saying that if they want to be worshipped, they should work for it. Okay, probably got a little bit of Jade's back history, so let's have a look. I've known Jade for years, but it's good to see she's back in the area. She's not the type of person you ever have to worry about. She's strong, independent, and always looking for a new gig to make a living. A little empathy wouldn't hurt her, but that's probably too much to ask for. Fair enough. We all work for something. I work to get paid. You work to get paid. And they just get paid without working. Ooh. I mean, I do understand where she's coming from. But I don't know enough about the gods in this realm to say, hey, yeah, they're all, like, all lazy fucks. Who don't do anything. They just work in mysterious ways. I wouldn't say they aren't working. Then what are they doing to help in a crisis like this? They're taking care of the grand scheme of things. Wishful thinking. Hi, you. Ayo. Are those cats on your fingers? I'm intrigued. Who are you? Ayo. Greetings, adventurer. Who? Me? You're the only one who entered my tavern, no? Yeah, but in what way do I look like an adventurer? That's just a standard greeting. The budget couldn't cover any more, I suppose. I have a wide variety of greetings. That makes you feel better. Hit me and give me something from your repertoire of greetings. Give the same default greetings, traveler. Let's do something a bit more upbeat. Ayo, bro. Cringe fail. Cringe is dead, long live cringe. Didn't you greet me like that? It's different when I do it. You're annoying, get out. Yeah, their whole demeanor revolves around cringe. Yeah, Wait, what? Who even are you? Jade. You? Inako. Cool name, Jade. Can I steal it? What? What? I prefer it if no one stole anything. Drakes. Got it. Can I have a drink then, if I can't have your name? Of course. What do you want? What do you have? Everything. What do you need most right now? Something that'll make me more swift and agile. Like a slippery worm. Can't risk getting caught after all. Okay, now that he mentions worm, is the stole around his neck kind of supposed to look like a worm on a string? Just a little bit, maybe? Like a slippery worm. Can't risk getting caught after all. What? What? Worms could be slippery. That wasn't... Never mind. a slippery worm coming right up. Okay. They want something swift. I think I know what to get them. Swift strike. Do. And some defense. And intelligence. Oops. Boop. Yeah, I'm picking up some doppelganger sort of vibes, but the cracks in his body kind of make him look artificial, so maybe he's a warforged or something like that, or some kind of automaton? No worms, but perhaps it'll still suit your tastes. Oh, wow, this is great. Amazing, even. Where did you learn this craft? In the primordial vortex? Don't look at me like that, I'm just joking. You aren't from here, are you? Who, me? Who else? Cory. Is that the thing on your shoulder? It has a name. And its name is Cory. Okay. Bingo. It's short for corruption. Ah. No. I meant you. Well, I'm nowhere, anywhere, and everywhere all at once. But most of me is from Avalon. Oh, an Avalonian. Native born or by ancestry? Native, duh. Huh. That's interesting. I find it pretty lame, TBH. There's nothing going on out there. Sorry, over there. Everyone's the same. And do you think it's different here on Gaia? Yeah, I mean, not really, but I can go anywhere I like. Barely anyone knows me here. Theft, identity fraud. All's goody-goody with me because I can be someone else tomorrow. Okay, they're a doppelganger. They have to be a doppelganger of some kind, and they are a stabby doppelganger. I just noticed the stole around his neck also has a little knife for doing little crimes. Oh my god. In Avalon, they all see through that game very quickly. I see. Changeling then? Yes, and I say so out of trust. Okay, changeling. Good. Okay. Just kidding. If you tell anyone, I'll come for you. Fret not. What happens in the tavern stays in the tavern. Then we're cool. Cool. So, what brings you here, Inigo? Listen, that, you know, Zenith seemed like a cool town with a cool name. Got distracted by that giant hog in your front yard and thought I'd come in and say hi. That would be mine. Cool. I don't do mounts. I'm faster on foot. That way I can admire the landscape, take U-turns through narrow spaces, pickpocket. And did you admire the wrecked ruin that was once Zenith? I mean, I love chaos, so... Is it that bad? Do you ever leave this tavern in Cape? The city looks like a broken mirror. You bet it does. Looks like a star hit the center of Zenith and... boom! Yep. Oh. But there's nothing we can do about it. Exactly. Someone will fix it. And that someone's not me. Huh, me neither. Okay, maybe this will prompt another quest, maybe. That someone could be you. Me? No. Absolutely not. I don't get involved with these sorts of things. Ever. Who am I to fix other people's problems? Are they gonna pay me for it? Not enough, that's for sure. You work for nothing, and in the end, no one thanks you for it. If one has a hog as an animal companion, they must need to put up with some pretty boorish behavior. Ah! Weaver, thank you so much for the 50 bits. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Heroism is an unprofitable art form. If you're unlucky, you'll even get in trouble for destroying someone's property. And that after you just fought tooth and nail to save a village from eternal damnation. Or something like that. Exactly. I know Jade is a mercenary, but say, Iniko, you aren't exactly a traditional adventurer either, huh? No way. The self-righteousness and self-sacrificial hero complexes ain't my vibe. I wouldn't say all adventurers are like that. Name one adventurer that didn't die from self-sacrificial tendencies. I mean, they have a point. I knew one, but they perished thanks to their hubris. Another classic. It reminds me of the group I met last week in Erevé. They were nice, but too nice, you know. I know exactly what you mean. Were they also on their way to investigate the fallen stars? No, they were heading somewhere north. Didn't really listen. Didn't care. But I was nice to them too, you know? Charmed some rations out of them when they prepared breakfast at their camp. Sat around the campfire drinking tea, munching on bread and bacon. One of them was a wizard, I believe. Full on robes and magic type of guy. Kept going on about how Leviathan was sending bad omens to the bottom of his teacup. Leviathan? Huh. Why him? Dunno. Was he trying to warn you about his sister's demise? His sister? Cassiopeia. Ah, right. Sorry. Mythology isn't really my cup of tea. I mean, we all sacrifice something. Time, money, limbs. What is your cup of tea? Fraud. Checks out. So, Leviathan warned him via his tea leaves about the start of something terrible. Tattered wings tainted the gilded sea in dark shades of misery, leaving behind nothing but a shimmering void. That's exactly what he said. How did you know? I think I read that somewhere before. Did you also read about the blazing eruption at the foot of the Dorwall Hills? No, but I heard about that when I was in Zolford. Thought the Fae were doing one of their quirky rituals again. Wait, so it actually happened? We did get some info on Iniko, so I'm curious what their shtick is. Oh, okay. Another little bit of a rumor. Let's put all the somewhat completed ones here. And then we'll put the other singular pieces over here. Okay, Iniko, what's your thing? Just Iniko? Changeling, age unknown, they, them. Monk, originally from Avalon, chaotic neutral. Their arcana is judgment. Interesting. Originally from Avalon, Iniko is now vibing on Gaia, probably because people here aren't used to the trickery of changelings yet. They're always looking for a new victim to fool and don't take anything too seriously. The thing on their shoulder is called Kori, short for corruption. Obviously. Wait, so it actually happened? Yep. He also read that from his tea leaves. Whoa, seems like the guy was a real psychic. I guess divination magic can be a powerful tool. The tea leaf said, "The wings shall be torn apart at the feet of Avalon, nestled between the peaks of Darwell." Darwell? So it really could be true. What? It sounds like whatever happened in Darwell was the reason the stars fell from the sky. Tainted gilded sea, shimmering void, metaphors for a starless sky. The wizard was right about his tea leaf reading, that is. But it fits with what I heard in Zolford. Happened just a few days ago. Oh, another bit of a rumor. Oh, that's how you're connecting it all. How else? No idea. I thought he was just blabbing. With everything that's been happening recently, I think he might have been onto something. Odd that the adventurers didn't try to stop it from happening. Perhaps no one would pay them for it. Or their other job paid better. Maybe they didn't want to be held responsible for any possible repercussions. Blah, blah. Maybe they just realized they can't save everybody. Maybe they were just pretending to be adventurers. Maybe they were the cause of all this and were just bragging about it, thinking I stopped them. Lol. Enough with your maybes. They're pointless and aren't helping anyone. I'm getting a headache. I'll go get some fresh air. So long, innkeep. Merry hunting, Jade. Now it's just you and me, innkeeper. Please don't rob me. Please don't hold me at knife point and rob me. Indeed, Iniko. But not for long. I'm getting bored and I'm broke. So you're going to look around town. Surely some people don't need their shiny things anymore. Ah, well, you do you. Good luck finding someone to help that definitely isn't me. So far I haven't been disappointed by the others. You know how to never ever get disappointed. How? Never have expectations, duh. Ah. Okay, did we get enough for another quest, perhaps? Yes, okay. Put that together in a second. Could have figured that one out. New quest! Okay. Okay, a psychic wizard foretold the starfall in their teacup. Apparently, it's just a fragment of the calamity that can be traced back to Darwell. Zenith is in shambles after the star rain last night. The crater left in the city center carved a destruction that rippled through the town. Okay, we've got our first Pick My Voice of the evening from Weaver. Since last week, Steph mentioned how she'd like to do more wackier voices, and since I don't think anyone's requested doing this voice before, could Stephanie do her Patrick Star voice if that's okay with you, Steph? I will do one line as Patrick Star. It's a voice I'm not experienced with. And I don't do a ton of, like, weirder, wackier voices. Like, the Dracula one, it's kind of just over the top European accent. I'm going to be a little bit goofy. So Weaver, you get to pick one line for me to do. Okay, the spectacle last night left a mark on Phaeaza. Not everyone agrees, but a cleric of Cassiopeia claims it was something seriously sinister. So whenever you're ready, Weaver, I've got my eye on chat. Twinkle, twinkle, deadly stars. The beautiful yet disastrous starfall left Zenith in shambles. The city and surrounding farmlands are destroyed and some people are left homeless. A mere meteor shower wouldn't leave the entire night sky empty. So what exactly happened? Is it a harbinger of something more ominous yet to come? Whatever it may be, it's said that a fragment of this calamity can be traced back to Darwell, an island on the south of Phaeaza. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I've also been running really weirdly low on energy today. And recently, as of late. I need more sleep. Alright, let's put it up. Okay. Give me 1 second. Because we need to feed Andor. Even my yawns are adorable. No, it's just me yawning, damn it. Okay, I'll do that line as Patrick Star, okay? The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. Was that okay? I don't do a Patrick Star voice, I'm sorry. I haven't watched SpongeBob in years, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm glad you liked it, Weaver, thank you then. Okay, next chapter. Act 2, Starlight Sonata. Chapter 6, A New Dawn. Second of the Astral Moon. Are we going to see familiar faces? Some new characters? Hey, Rhea! Innkeep. Rhea? You got any new lines for me? Perhaps. But I only trade them for new ones of your own. Make me a drink. I had a long night. Want to tell me about that? No. I get it. You need some stamina first. What I need is some defense to ward off your questions. I'll go check if I serve that. Oh, thank you so much. I don't think it was necessarily my strongest voice, but I'm glad that you guys liked it regardless. Frosted Lagoon for you, Rhea. Do. And some strength. And a little charisma. Got a drink coming up for you, Rhea. Some defense to keep your favorite innkeeper at bay. Who says you're my favorite? I might be after this drink. Fair enough. You're climbing up there. I'm very happy to hear that. Now I got a question for you. You think you can handle that? I'll try my very best, Mrs. Frostgrip. Miss. My bad, Miss Frostgrip. I just thought since you're such a catch, keep it to yourself. Alright. Is Kyle here? I was looking for him around town, but not a single lad or lassie has seen him. Thought maybe he got crushed by a fallen star. Hey, Brackene, how's it going? Welcome. Thought maybe he got crushed by a falling star. Worried? No. I see. I think you should be waking up right about now. Hi, sweetie! Rhea! There he is. Oh, I missed you terribly. Baby, no, I don't like it when you're sad. What can I do to make you feel better? I thought you had died, or worse, abandoned me. I thought the terrible fathoms of time had taken a new friend from me yet again. I'm fine. Are you sure? Can you see her too, Inky? Yes. Very much so. By the dragons! So she's not a dream or a fragment of the past. I'm very happy you're not dead, Rhea. Honestly, okay, Sam, when you point out that he's got such cat-like mannerisms, I can absolutely see him being a cat, and he is the kind of cat that would just knock shit off of edges of the counter and off shelves, and then just look at you with that stupid fucking smile on his face, just like, what are you going to do about it? I want to see what sound it makes when it hits the floor and breaks everywhere. I am fantastic. Yesterday was the biggest holiday where I live. That's awesome. Glad you had a great time. Thanks. Would you like to see the gift I bought you? Gift? When I was at the market all by myself, missing you terribly, I found these gorgeous earrings that reminded me of you. Ah, I'll help you put them on. Wait. Oh my god, and she's actually wearing the earrings. They actually suit her so well. I'm not sure if you can see it, but they're like little suns with rubies in the middle. Oh, they look so good on you, Rhea. Silly cat doing silly things. Nya nya bonk. Absolutely, Azul. Are those suns? Yes, because your friendship lights up my undead life. How could you guys hate this adorable idiot? I love him. I love him so much. What do you think? I like them. They match my other jewelry, and the craftsmanship is decent. You mentioned you like leverback class. And he's so attentive. He knows what class of, like, they prefer for their earrings. He doesn't just get you earrings that look good on you. He pays attention to this stick. Oh my god, I love you, Kyle. Marry me. Okay, let's be honest. You might want to run a poll for this, but who is the healthier option for me to pursue? Astarion or Kyle? Like, Astarion has, like, ownership of my whole heart, but Kyle, is so adorable and is such a fucking idiot. Like, I love him. I love him so much. Okay, definitely Kyle, everyone's saying. You mentioned you like leverback clasps. I do like them. When did I say that? Not sure. At some point. Maybe I dreamed it. Kyle, obviously, but you seem to love your blood red flags. Thank you, Lord Azul. I am a lady of great tastes, and exquisite tastes in only the most bloodiest of blood red flags. That is very likely. Speaking of dreams, I had the strangest dream about the stars falling down the other day. They crashed into Gaia like a rain of fire, or beautiful fireworks. There must have been something wrong with my drink. No, Kyle, that did actually happen. Anyhow, Rhea, where did your slime go? It was washed away by the fallen stars. The rain of fallen stars. Oh. So the empty night sky wasn't a dream? No. Guess Cassiopeia couldn't carry it all anymore or something. Incredible. So it wasn't one of your strange drinks in Keep? Does that mean I can drink another one without the vision of falling firmaments again? Worth a try. Then I would like to try. Preferably something that will make me strong enough to lift a star. Just in case I would like to. I'll see what I can do. Alrighty, what have we got for you? I think we know exactly what you want. It's the Southern Brawler because it also looks like blood. And a little bit of charisma. And a little bit of defense. And ding! Here, my best attempt at supporting your star-lifting career. I think it's Andu, A-N-D-U, is the name of our adorable fat dragon. Oh, this is delicious! Do you think a molten star would taste like this? No. Oh my god, it is a 50-50 split of who is healthier for Steph, Kyle or Astarion, and it's a perfect 50-50 split. A tie. Give me a second. Taking a photo of that. It's perfect. You know me too well, chat. I'm proud of you. No. Perhaps. So, what do you two think about that star rain? It was very bothersome. I had to look for shelter on my way back from the Rock Whelf Cliffs. I better hurry and clean it all up. You got somewhere to be? Still have to get the vampire to That's never gonna catch me up. Still have to get the vampire to Barovia before I can get my hands on that gold. Who? Ye. Oh, splendid! I haven't been to Barovia in quite some time. I cannot wait to see it again. But until then, I can search for other materials. Better ones even. That isn't going to happen by sitting around. Are you collecting loot for your dragon horde? What? No. In what world do I look like a dragon to you? There are masters of disguise. What about you, Winkeep? Am I a dragon? You are? No, I'm afraid not. But you smell so primordial. Thank you. If you're not a dragon, Rhea, what do you need materials for? Decorating? Ingredients? Don't you worry. I'm not trying to steal business away from you. They're for crafting. Like for friendship bracelets? I can't with you, Kyle. I swear to God. The Metaloid Man, thank you so much for the 39-month resub. I really, really appreciate it. Welcome back. Oh, it has been a while. It's so good to see you. Thank you. I really, really appreciate the resub. Thank you so much. Like for friendship bracelets? No, for weapons. You're going to war? But I just got you back. I'm not going to war. Won't see me fight in front of anyone but myself. Are you a blacksmith then? Also, having to switch between like a vaguely Scottish accent and a vaguely Romanian campy Dracula voice while also switching back to my normal narration voice. This is causing one of the biggest tongue ties I've ever experienced because both the Scottish and Romanian accent kind of roll the R's but in very different ways. So this is like boot camp for voice acting for me. I am. And I'm looking for the right material to smash the next Orhard competition. I'm going to travel all the way to the Caves of Earth for that one. That's so far. Can I come with you? You're not saying no, Rhea. That sounds very exciting. I hope you'll come back to show off your creation once you've won. I'll think about it. How are you feeling about the stars having relocated, Kyle? It's fascinating. You think so? Yes. Now that I know it was not a dream, the implications are dazzling. Yesterday, when I was out looking into the night, I could see nothing but darkness. But then, as I stared into the sedating nothingness, I could see an astral hairfish hopping across the sky. Its sparkling tail left a gleam of light in its wake. It was followed by more of its kind, like a pack finding a place to rest for the impending sunrise. Were the light of the stars blinding me, I would have never been able to see such a spectacle. And you still thought you were dreaming? I thought the stars had just gone into hiding. We all do that sometimes. I would love to know how they're doing on Earth. They must be enjoying the new atmosphere. Possibly. Speaking of exciting, have you had the chance to take a peek at that letter of yours, Innkeeper? I'm afraid not. Either way, how exciting! You know, this world never ceases to amaze me with its natural wonders. Hey! Oh, this will be interesting. This was by no means a natural wonder. Welcome back, Miss Anwar. Oh, sorry, that was me, Innkeeper. Welcome back, Miss Anwar. Who are you? The Wonder Police? I'm Alethea Anwar, High Cleric of the Aperture and the Chosen of Our Lady of the Endless Light. And I've returned to this establishment to investigate the tragedy of the Starfall. Not one of those protagonist types. I love all the breaks in the fourth wall this game does. It just, it makes me so happy. It makes my D&D nerd heart so happy. Oh, this is an accent gauntlet. I'm switching between English, Scottish, and Romanian, and Australian, all in quick succession, so let's go! Innkeeper, I'm happy to see that you are able to collect more information for my research. I'm grateful for your help in these trying times. At your service, miss. What are these times trying? Me, and the wonderful people of Asteria. An empty night sky is no laughing matter. This must be taken care of swiftly. I'd guess it's empty every time of the day now, actually. How does that not worry anyone? We have other things to worry about. And if these sorts of things stopped happening, this babbler would be out of a job. Indeed. I find it very exciting. That is somehow even more worrying. Say, are you a vampire? What else would he be? I am indeed. That is also very exciting. Do you have any affiliation with Marrow Castle?
No.
What is it? Kyle, there's play dumb, but not that dumb, okay? What is a castle? You fucking moron. I want to very gently take your face in my hands and just like give you just the softest forehead kiss of being like, oh, you dumb, dumb idiot. I love you so much. Your head is so empty, but your heart is so full. I just love these characters so much. Why are you asking? While I was seeking shelter from the calamity, I came across a young echo with a gloomy temperament. Or rather, I came across his hands in my pockets, attempting to steal my most precious spell components. Luckily for him, I'm not a very vengeful person, and I believe in the redemptive power of second chances. And an effort. And he did make an effort not to steal from me again. Very wise. Did he travel with you? No. We went our separate ways. I believe he wanted to be alone after narrowly escaping an encounter with a horrid vampire. Horrid vampire? They must have been very hungry. As they tend to be. Only if they're not eating responsibly. What did you say you encountered again, Miss Alethea? A roguish wind echo. Oh, I know who they met. Ah, yes, a windy aftertaste is hard to resist, and primordial blood is a delicious luxury. Speaking of which, innkeep. No.
Please? Just a little sip? It's fine!
Are you from the primordial sea? Not in the slightest, but my blood would taste delicious if I was willing to share it. One day, Kyle. One day, Kyle. Baby, don't cry. It's okay. I see. What about your blood, Miss Alethea? Are you out of your mind, propositioning a holy woman for her blood? Well, you got a lot of it, fair question. And I need all of it to keep up my strength against the looming evils of this world. Without me, who would even care enough to investigate this whole mess? After all, none of you seem to care. Besides, a taste of my blood would probably reduce you to ashes. Oh, that's right, dragon blood. I like your unwavering sense of self-importance. Thank you. I like your earrings. Thanks. So, what are your next steps for saving us citizens? Well, your rumors are all over the place, which is good. That means there is a lot to look into. Still, I would have appreciated a bit more organization. My bad. I will start my investigation in Zenith and Themis. Have a closer look at the wreckage caused. You could say she's a bit hot-blooded. Ah! Boo, Weaver. Maybe examine the rubble more closely. Perhaps it harbors hidden clues. Once I have found out what is going on, I will put a stop to it. The stars have already fallen, lassie. Not a lot you can do for them. Then I will make sure nothing like this can ever happen again. Perhaps Cassiopeia can even be healed. It is imperative for the orders of this world that she herself does not fail. Couldn't agree more. Sorry, that's me. Couldn't agree more. I know you've got this under control, Miss Anwar, but how would you feel about a little drink to boost your spirits? You have a long investigation ahead of you, after all. If you're offering, thank you kindly. What can I get you? It depends on the approach I decide to take with this. I could focus on the investigative aspect, really dig my heels into connecting the threads, analyze the situation, find hidden clues, speak to the locals and those affected. Of course, I would have to do so strategically. Without the right approach, this plan would fall apart. And perhaps I would even need to inspire bravery in others to care about my cause. On the other hand, who knows who caused this? If I focus too much on theory, I might not be in the right condition to fight whomever I encounter. But you will be able to talk to them. That's always much more entertaining. Not everyone can be reasoned with. In such a case, I would need to be able to properly defend myself. Especially if something similar should threaten to occur again. I need to prepare for even the worst case scenario. I could offer you some phoenix chilies. Who knows what you will encounter, but burning stars are best avoided with a hint of fire resistance. Sounds reasonable. So either it's the right balance between intelligence and inspiration, or the ultimate fireproof self-defense. I'm not yet certain which path I should walk. You should trust the innkeeper with it. She always has the most wonderful solutions. Just this once I shall. I'll make sure not to disappoint. Okay, interesting. What are our options? So either intelligence... Let's check the infusions again. So what Thunder Sage does is it gives you inspiration. So Thunder Sage has invigorating and inspiring properties. It was synthetically created by mages from the harbour city Zoford. Oh, thank you for the hydrate check. I think the intelligence one is probably best because she strikes me as someone who's very capable in battle. But a lot of people are under a lot of stress at the moment and quite devastated from everything that's happened. So I think approaching strategically and trying to solve this while also inspiring the people around her might be the best fit, I think. So let's go with that one, I think. Oh, but we do have some more information. Because we sent out a new quest. Amber Isles. The Amber Isles are a group of islands to the south, below the Gulf of Fog. They consist of the island of Darwell, the Copper Archipelago, Morlia, and Niverduff to the south. The climate on these islands is very warm, allowing for lush forests and sprawling flower fields, not to mention gorgeous waterfalls. The title Amber Isles comes from their golden orange trees that reflect a warm, gentle light when approached from the horizon. Pretty! Twinkle, twinkle, deadly stars. And that was the quest that we did, or put together, I should say. Let's look at what the different islands say. Copper Archipelago. The Copper Archipelago is quite the mysterious location. Since it borders the Sea of Fog, its islands are usually covered in dense fog, shocking, making travel extremely dangerous and inaccessible to most. This, along with changes in tides and winds, makes it difficult to escape once anyone has made it to their coasts. It seems to be full of the same orange and golden flora the other islands of the Amber Isles are, but because of the fog, the shimmer is usually more dull during sunsets. It's due to the muted phenomenon in the area received the name the Copper Archipelago. Though some people claim it's because of the large copper mines on the island instead. This is entirely untrue and simply a hoax that some city folks came up with. Oh, I didn't do that stretch check. Thank you, Weaver. Oh, thank you. Neck's getting a bit stiff. Okay, Morlia. Upon the secluded island of Morlia stands a mystical, enormous wizard tower that defies the bounds of conventional architecture. Its silhouette pierces the skies with an eerie elegance, almost looking like a beyond mortal construction. There are tales of a wizard residing in the wizard tower, which seems like a natural conclusion to draw. Few dare to tread upon Morlia's beaches, fearing to disturb the potential spellcaster. Maybe if they did, we'd actually know more about them. Fairweather. Since Darwell was never officially conquered by the Republic nor the Majocracy, they currently both strongly believe it to be their territory, which means they cannot agree on a name either, Darwell or the Abandoned Isles. It's quite the heated topic of debate. Recently, various fey creatures have made their way through the Avalon portal on Darwell and have found a home on its strange shores. To make things more complicated, they now also stake claim to Darwell. Their settlement, called Fairweather, is built inside and around the Horizon Tree, a large sequoia tree that the portal to Avalon has opened inside of. Interesting. And Niverduff. The southern island of Niverduff has, for quite some time now, been an alleged defensive military outpost of the Majocracy. Niverduff is not densely populated, with only a couple of military camps and fortresses occupying it. The Majocracy is located on a different continent in the tropical southwest. Over the centuries, they have expanded more and more towards Feroza, but are on neutral terms with the Republic, for now, despite the rumors of their High Council of Mages itching for expansion. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, all of this is so cool. Yes, sent out that quest. So yeah, I'm thinking we'll probably go with the one for more intelligence and inspiration, I think. So it's Thunder Sage we need. Sorry. Oh, I forgot to select which one. So we are doing... Is it Sparkling Nebula? Yes, I think that's it. I don't think we've made this one yet. So that's it, and lots of charisma. Alright, sparkling nebula.
He have to boop the snoot.
Okay, let's try this one. Hang on, I want to save first. So I'm paranoid. And let's send it out. I think perhaps the strategic way is the best approach. After all, we wish to help people, not fight them. That is very true. This is an excellent drink. I'm already coming up with a 38-step plan. Perhaps we should start at the nearby Gaia temple. I heard it was unfortunately an impact site. The local acolytes will be sure to offer assistance. That sounds like an excellent idea. Thank you for your effort in helping this world, Innkeeper. Always happy to be of service. We need a Jessamy Boop emote. Oh, that would be really cute, actually. Hell yes. Say, Miss Holy Spirit, those fallen stars, are they still intact? They crashed into the ground, so no, they are not intact. Were they pulverized? Not fully, no. Would you say that fallen stars make for an interesting type of metal? For what? Yes! They would certainly be rare. Need any help on that holy mission of yours? I know a thing or two about rocks and the like. Could give you some insights on those impact conditions. I can't say I'm an expert in geology, though I feel like I could make an educated guess. Nevertheless, sure, I would very much appreciate your assistance. Great, then I'm in. Me too! Do you know about geology as well? Or astronomy, perhaps? I know about astrology. And this all sounds so very exciting! I've been terribly bored waiting for Rhea to come back. This will greatly aid me on my mission of curing my boredom. Well, I do like help. That is very kind of you. I know. You don't have to come along. Of course I do. Could you imagine if the stars fell down again? What if one crushed you? I need to stay close by so I can catch it. Oh, sweet baby doesn't know about astrology at all, does he? So, he said he knows astrology, which is not the same as astronomy. Astrology is the study of star signs and, like, knowing the difference between the personality traits of, like, a Capricorn and a Gemini. Astrology, that, it's more like the study of stars and the fixtures in the sky and the importance of them as opposed to star signs. Okay. Oh no. So it's astronomy is the study of stars as like objects in the atmosphere, and astrology is the study of star signs and more of a divination aspect. Sorry, astrology is the studying of science of space. Yes, that was it. And then astronomy was the other one. Sorry, I get those two switched up sometimes because they sound so similar. I don't think you could. The stars already fell, Kyle. Done deal. What about the ones in the primordial sea? What if it floods us with all of its mirrored stars? Unlikely. I'm not willing to take that risk. I'm going on this adventure with you, and... Sorry. I'm going on this adventure with you, and with you, Miss Alethea. Great. Wonderful. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Let's not waste any more time. Okay. So, I'm usually not one for shipping, but I'm just saying, cool dragon paladin lady and my adorable dumbass vampire. I do like a little clash of opposites, that's all I'm gonna say. Let us not waste any more time. Thank you for your aid, Innkeep. I shall return with conclusions and perhaps even mended firmaments. Although Kyle did say, wasn't he currently married, but his wife was a terrible, terrible person, and she's the vampire in the castle, Evelyn. So I hope he finds someone better, someone more deserving. I'm looking forward to hearing of your heroic deeds. How exciting! You got this, Rhea. Wish me luck. Good luck. I hope you find suitable material. Me too. Hey. Can I read the letter yet? Please. It's a small child. Okay, can I read what's on the thing yet? No, I don't think I can read the letter yet. Fine. It's a child. Hello?
Hello. I would like your finest drink, please.
A drink, you say? What do you have in mind, miss?
Melina. But Melly is fine. It's short for Melina.
I see. Well then, Melly, what kind of drink would you like?
Something tasty. Something that will give me a few new fun ideas. Oh, and some Thunder Sage. I don't have any money, but I've got something to barter for the drink.
You don't need to pay.
But I want to. It doesn't feel right otherwise.
Alright, fine with me. What do you have for me?
Oh,
sorry. Oh, they gave us a golden feather. Oh, thank you very much.
now I can accept a drink.
Very well. Let me see what I can do. Okay, what did they want? Ah, tiny baby! Okay, it's a little bit of spoil for what they're fully like, but they're Vulcan. They're 10! They're a detective! She, her detective from Zenith Chaotic Good. Their arcana is the star. Oh, precious baby! Oh, precious baby! Okay, but we got a golden feather. Golden feathers come from the speedy golden loons who mold their feathers every spring. They can be found near every major lakeside, and they give you haste. A little haste makes an adventurer inhumanly fast, great for reaching long distance locations and escaping every fight unharmed. Okay. Oh, sorry, forgot to pick the drink. We wanted something with a lot of intelligence. And some charisma as well. Oh, we got an achievement for so sparkly, right, Andu? Maybe that's for something like number of mixed drinks correctly. I just love all these characters so much. They're so cute. Some new, fun, and sweet ideas coming right up.
This is perfect. I'm already feeling the energy for new hijinks running through my veins. Thank you. This is a really nice tavern. I think I'm gonna hang out here for a bit. I need a break from my investigations.
They are so little. Oh, they're so cute. And the animation on the tail is so nice and smooth. I'm finding it strangely hypnotic to just watch the tail swish back and forth along with the ears.
Can I pet your familiar?
No, he's quite antsy when he hasn't been fed. I'd worry for your hands.
Okay.
Hi. You're back. It's nice to see you, cutie. Oh, sorry. Oh, Zephyr. Almost didn't see you there. I suppose I am as stealthy as a knight. No. As the night. I meant as the night. Sounds like you need a drink. Desperately. One that will help me remember words. I've been quiet for so many hours, I think I've forgotten how to speak. That explains why we're communicating telepathically right now. we are?
No.
What the? Who the fuck are you? Don't cuss in front of the child!
Was I too stealthy for you?
No. Let's get you a drink so you can stop cursing at the child.
Detective, stop cursing at the detective.
Yes, of course. Though my drinks don't come cheap. How much? I'll trade you one for a trinket. Ah, one of those. One of those. What if I didn't find one? Are you trying to tell me you made it all the way through the castle without stealing a single thing? Oh, okay. That's really cool. Give me 1 second. I'll actually move my thing. 1 second. I'll just move my webcam. We got this clock. We got this really cool clock on the wall. It's paused for the moment, so you can see the really cool spooky clock that's right up there. I'm just going to move myself back in just a second. Ha! Boop, boop. And there we go. Oh. Well, my tavern tells me it thinks it's beautiful. Our tavern is a mimic! We are consciously connected to it! Well, my tavern tells me it thinks it's beautiful. But I was wondering what it might be. Thought it was smarter than that. Does a tavern want to guess what it is? Okay, given the design of it, it kind of looks like a frying pan. So... a frying pan? You're not even remotely close.
But she is right. That part looks like a handle.
That's the pendulum.
Do you think if you fried eggs in this pan, they would take a bat-like shape?
I really doubt it. It's a wall clock, adorned with hungry bats, one creature of the night telling time to another. A very inaccurate wall clock, it seems. It's nowhere near midnight. Its hands seem to have gotten stuck just before midnight for an eternity. Or at least since I found it. Will this do, or do I have to pull another heist? This will do just fine. Good. And because I'm someone that always keeps their promises, I shall now prepare a drink for you. One moment. Let me see if I have something that will make you more polite towards local detectives. What have we got? Ah, something heavy on charisma. Okay. A spoken heart for you, then. No more cursing at children. And a little bit of defense. Yeah. A quick pet to Ando, because he's so cute. Okay, let's send that out. Politely, a drink. Did I accentuate the right notes? Sure did. You should consider becoming a musician. I'm happy where I am at now, thanks.
Now, will you be polite and tell me what happened?
No.
Why not?
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Melina, but you can call me Millie.
No thanks. So?
What else did you steal? Castles have many things, I've heard.
Nothing. Shouldn't you be at school?
I don't go to school. I'm already smart enough.
Sorry, I just caught their ears doing a wiggle at the same time and it just... Oh, my heart. They're so cute. Do your parents agree with that?
My parents are dead.
Look what you did, Zephyr. You made the child upset.
And they didn't come back as ghosts to tell me to go to school. So it can't be that important.
Okay. I like it that you're seeing the positive side of things. Melly, you can stay in the tavern as long as you want. Alright, can we just adopt you, please? You can cut the limes and the lemons behind the bar.
So it can't be that important.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. It's already been this many years since they died. Just kidding, I can count. It's been 7 years. So I was only 3 when they disappeared forever. I don't remember a lot about them. But I already solved their murders, so it's okay.
Did you avenge them?
No, they got eaten by zombies. And the zombies got eaten by a T-Rex. Not a lot left to avenge.
That makes sense. I'm gonna support Melly. It does. A classic adventurous tale.
Right? I basically speedran my origin story. I've got dead parents as my motivation, and a detective career to make sure I can help other people.
Because people didn't help you?
Exactly. But that's okay. It made me into an adventurer I am today, and I like who I am.
Doesn't it make you sad?
No!
Oh, baby, it's okay.
What's your origin story?
Yes, Zephyr. What is your origin story? Tell me everything. It's far too dark for your young mind to handle. Best you don't know.
Okay, what's your name?
Don't lie to the child. This is the start of the best old person adopts an only child for a road trip story ever. Absolutely. Blaze.
But she just called you Zephyr.
That's my middle name.
Okay, I'll respect your fake name, but only if you tell me what castle you stole the innkeeper a clock from.
Are you going to tell them, Zephyr? Fine. It was Mara Castle. I was on a dangerous quest to steal a precious cape from a murderous vampire.
Did she kill you?
Obviously not.
Not so murderous then.
She would have if she'd caught me.
So she didn't?
No. I managed to complete the mission undetected. Thanks to the invisibility that took hold of my body, I was able to avoid a cohort of monsters she put in my path. Only the dragons know what would have happened if they had spotted me, weak and not prepared to fight. But they didn't. Even the living gargoyles with their lithic claws at her doors did not sense my presence. I waited until they were mid-argument to sneak through a nearby window that had been left open to grant spiders easy access to the castle.
I heard Mara Castle was very scary. Was it very scary?
Yes.
On a scale from 1 to parents being eaten by a T-Rex, how scary was it?
In the middle, I suppose.
Interesting.
Did you run into any traps? I was able to spot and avoid them all, thanks to my remarkable perceptive gifts. And your help. Anyway, I found the cape in a closet, hung up between ball gowns covered in rubies and diamonds.
Did you take any?
Maybe.
So you're a thief?
Obviously.
Can you teach me how to be a better thief? I want to expand my portfolio.
Why would I do that?
Because I asked nicely.
Yes, Zephyr. Teach the child how to steal. Just don't swear in front of them. Forget it. Zephyr. I just reach over and gently take Melly's face in my hands. Look at the child. You made the child sad. Now apologize and teach the child how to steal. Oh, little sweet baby, no! I took the cape along with whatever gemstones I could find when I heard her approaching our chambers. Quickly, I hid among the dressing gowns, holding my breath to avoid making any sound. I thought I had made it through when suddenly she opened the closet doors. I was pressed so close to the wall I thought the wood would start vibrating in rhythm with my heartbeat. But she reached right past me, picked out a hat, and returned to her dastardly vampiric activities.
What are vampiric activities?
I don't know, sucking blood, turning into bats, scheming about blood.
Lots of blood stuff, it sounds like.
Indeed. Did you make it out of there easily, Blaze? I found a secret passageway that led below the pond, through the earth, and to the summit of Witch's Peak. Almost scared this strange cleric to death when I regained my visibility. She was ready to ignite me with her golden flames. That sounds like someone we know. That seemed harsh for a little jump scare. Are you sure your fingers stayed in your pockets? Oh, and then that's when they crossed paths and Zephyr tried to steal from her. Ha, okay. Who can say? Speaking of sleight of hand, where did you find that clock? It was sitting in a display case, in the middle of a hallway that stretched on forever.
Then how did you know it was in the middle?
I could feel it. The case was locked, but with my expertise, I was able to crack it open in no time. The antique clock stood right in between a ritualistic dagger and a vial of blood. And I thought it strange that it was the only item without a tag, so I took it. A tag? She's very organized, labels everything.
Why would you display a vial of blood? Shouldn't that be in her pantry?
Its label described it as blood from the very first vampire, Mike. I can't with these names. I can't with these names! Kyle the vampire at least has a Y in it, so it looks a little bit more vampire-y, I guess. Oh, the first vampire's name was Mike. Okay, we're going with that. Mike. Okay, even us in character are just like, what? Could you repeat that, please? Mike. Judging by its position next to such a priceless item, the clock must be worth a fortune. In that case, thank you again. It'll look great in my tavern. Indeed. Oh, are they happy? I see that little bit of blush. This is very Dungeon Master making up names on the spot. You know what, Sam? That is an excellent point, and I can absolutely see that being the case.
It sounds like you would have been in a lot of trouble if you got caught.
But I wasn't. Thanks to the innkeeper's drink, I not only survived, but I also avoided the horror's wrath entirely. Entirely? Where did that come from? Blech.
Sounds like a tasty drink.
I would hope so. Seems like the quest was completed successfully. Thank you, Blaze. You did a good job. I'm lucky I survived once more. It's a miracle I made it past so many monstrous creatures without being harmed.
Did you think you might die? When you took the quest, I mean.
I love it. Remove all the glamour from these pale creepers and show them for what they truly are. Just mean dudes. Honestly, that's why I love the characterization of Kyle so much, because he's just an idiot. And he's not like all imposing and charismatic and he chats you up at every opportunity he can, like some vampires I love a lot. He's just sweet. He's just a little idiot and I love him. It's always a possibility.
Then why would you go?
Death is inevitable, such is life.
At least you have your cape now.
It's not mine. It belongs to another vampire.
Another vampire?
Yes. It was stolen from him in a lover's quarrel. The clutches of love always end in cruel tragedy. Hang on, my lighting is a bit too intense. But the comedy it takes to get there is worth the ride. only for those willing to suffer. Aren't we all? Speaking of suffering, I'm sure Kyle, that's the long-suffering, very comedic vampire, Melly, would love to have his cape back. Could I extend the quest to include a speedy delivery? After the day I've had. You've done enough hiding for one day, don't you think? Professional hiding. Fine, I'll do a discreet delivery just this once. Where can I find this Kyle? Last I saw him, he left with Rhea to aid a certain cleric with her investigations. I'm sure you'll recognize her. Not her again. Where are they? Uncertain. Try looking around Zenith. They can't have gotten far yet.
What are they investigating?
The Star Rain, as far as I know.
That's what I was investigating. We should go talk to them. We could exchange notes. I already drew a map of all the impact sites in Zenith. Maybe they can help extend it further, or even find the culprit of this curious incident. Come on, Blaze. You have to go and find them. For your cape, and for my notes.
I love them. You're going. I'm going. Alone. You do whatever. With you along, I could never stay undetected.
Oh, wait for me. See you soon, innkeeper.
Yes, adopt the child. Adopt the child. I'll take care, Bran. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hopefully we can see you again soon. See you soon, Melly. End of night. Okay, but let's have a look at Melly's page in just a second. Oh, this game is so cute. There's just so much love put into it. I love this. Act 2, Starlight Sonata. Chapter 7, Crossroads of 3. Third of the Astral Moon. Hey guys, you're back. Okay, we'll look at Melly's page right now. Melly. Melina might be young, but she's already an aspiring detective, and probably smarter than quite a few of my customers. She's a sweet and curious kid, despite her parents meeting an early tragic end. It's exceptionally hard not to like her, and it seems not even edgy rogues can resist her charm. Yes? Yes? Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, Melly. Good morning, Blaze. That's not going anytime soon, Zephyr. I'm sorry. What have you both been up to today?
Oh, you know, dilly-dallying and such.
I was not dilly-dallying.
He was. It goes well with the brooding.
Sounds like a wonderful morning. Can I offer you both something to drink in these early hours?
Yes, please. Can you make me something smart and sparkly?
Can do. I know exactly what to give you, you precious bean. And do a quick boop for you. There we go. A fresh brew of smart sparkles.
Thank you. This is just the right amount of sparkle.
Happy to hear that. Blaze, what can I get you? Nothing. Alright. So, has the cape found its way back home yet? Yes. The vampire was thankful, if melancholic. It seems to have awakened memories of old woe.
He seemed pretty excited to me.
He should be. It fits him well. I love how much fun Steph is having with this game. Honestly, this is just a game with so much heart and love put into it. It's hard not to get swept up in the charm of it. Almost like it was made for him.
It was very interesting seeing a vampire in person. His fangs were shorter than I thought they would be. I expected them to be the size of a colossal saber-toothed tiger's fangs, but they were much tinier.
A common misconception. Where did you find him?
At the local Gaia temple. It got split in the middle by a fallen star.
That sounds morbidly interesting.
It was. I overheard some priests say that they're thinking about rebuilding the temple around it, because it looks kind of cool. And people like to stick to temples.
They do. The vampire was traveling with
a really nice dwarf and a holy woman of Cassiopeia. They were asking around to see if the priests knew anything about the star rain.
Did they?
No, I could have told them that 2 days ago. While I was sneaking around and listening in, we overheard the strangest conversation. Turns out Alethea, that's the cleric's name, found out that one of the priests was actually a wobbling ooze in disguise.
Scandalous.
I know, right?
I love you.
But in the end, it was all okay. The others forgave him and he promised to try and become a real priest.
Was it just all I can imagine is just a gelatinous ooze, like, in a cloak and being like, yes, I am human man. I give human blessings at temple. Just, like, I can't remember the name of the character, but the bad guy from Men in Black 1, the cockroach guy in the skin suit, like, just imagine that, but, like, the skin suit is priest robes and it's just ooze slipping out of the sleeves.
Apparently, he really loves the humidity in the temple.
Excuse me. Has 3 goblins in a trench coat energy, absolutely. Also, hi Jen, how's it going?
They all hugged and everything. It was very sweet. I was really happy we could see that from the shadows.
We?
Me and the mysterious and quiet Blaze. He's my new associate.
I'm no such thing. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Whether you like it or not, you're now their bestie. It's great to see you two working together so closely. You make a great duo. We are not a duo.
Thank you.
How did you find the right moment to give Kyle his cape between all of those heightened emotions? We didn't. She got caught.
I thought one of the pillars would be big enough to hide behind, but it wasn't.
It wasn't a pillar. It was a tall vase.
I felt very well hidden when Alethea suddenly asked me if I wanted to stop hiding now. She was paying a lot of attention. I think she noticed me from the very beginning. She's so cool and smart.
Did you ask her about her investigation?
I did, but she said it was too early to share any insights. Even when I kept asking, she wouldn't budge. So I asked Master Smith Forscript to tell me more about the temple's architecture instead. Did you know that its altar was built from 1,000-year-old oak?
I didn't. That's fascinating.
It is. She also told me I have to work on my stealth, that being small isn't going to be enough. I think she knows from experience.
Better not tell her that.
Better not.
So, are you going to work on it?
Yes. Blaze is going to show me the ropes.
Is he now? Have to. She'll get herself killed otherwise. Oh, you two are such a cute duo. Yes, Zephyr, teach the child all your skills of crime. Okay, so that adorable emote that Weaver just put in chat with the cat doing like the little tippy tappies on the desk. All I can imagine is that is something that Melly is just constantly doing when they're just like sitting at the table, kind of like a gentle kind of stimming thing. And it's just so cute because when they do that when they get excited, like cats kind of do like making biscuits on soft surfaces and stuff. oh, and Zephyr's there. Just, it's so cute. And they're just looking at them just like, they're so adorable. Like, when you get cutest aggression, when you see like an adorable kitten, and you just want to... They're just so cute. I just can't with this game. They're both so adorable. I can't. Okay. It also really helps that I'm also giving these characters voices and trying to add that little extra spark of personality to that. Have to. She'll get herself killed otherwise. That's a very dramatic way to look at things. But also very nice of you. So, what would you say? Sorry. Blah. So, would you say your investigation was a success?
Kind of. Got to see how clueless the other investigators are and returned the cape to Mr. Vampire. But we didn't find out anything new about the stars. And I didn't even get to see any monsters. I was hoping maybe some would have fallen from the astral sea and I could have studied them.
A dangerous, if very exciting dream. You make them feel so alive, Steph. Oh, thank you. Because I want a cat. I want a cat so badly, but I just don't have the space in my apartment to properly take care of a pet. Like, I love cats so much. Like, and I love adding like a little extra spark of personality with my voice acting for these lines. Like, I just love this game. It's so cute. Mostly a foolish one.
You think so? Have you met monsters before? What kinds? Do you have favorites? What were the first ones you ever met? Did they ever try to eat you or be your friend?
Of course, I've encountered monsters before. They've been a part of my life for many years. The shadows are full of them.
Really? That's scary.
Of course it is.
So the first monsters you ever saw were shadow monsters?
No, they were much worse than that. Come on.
What is it?
Can I have a drink after all? The words aren't flowing easily. Of course. Same as last time? Yes. Let's see if I can find something sweetly charismatic. It was a spoken heart one, I think. Yes. We need to start a Stephanie Cat Fund in chat, so one day when Steph is a big enough place, she can get one immediately. I need to work on getting more money as a voice actor and like having a regular consistent jobs until I can get a bigger place, because at the moment things are quite tight at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not gonna be moving to a bigger place anytime soon, unfortunately, so probably gonna have to wait a good couple of years before I can get a pet, unfortunately. Lots of charisma and some strength and a little defense. There we go. One spoken heart for you. I have to poop the snoot. Yee. But future Stephanie Cat Fund? Quite possibly. I have very much in mind the kind of cat I would want to get and specific breed of cat. But we shall see. Hopefully one day. Yes, I did make a Patreon link this time. A drink, just for you. Thanks.
How is it?
Fine. I thought you wanted a dog, Steph. I thought about getting a dog for the longest time, but they require so much more energy and attention, and I'm not sure if, like, getting a dog would be the right fit for me. I think because cats, like, they're much more independent, and so long as I got two, that they would be fine to take care of themselves, and be each other's company, and then I could do voice acting stuff without being disturbed, and then just also giving them their space and they can give me my space. I just really like cats. Yes, at Lord Azul, that is the kind of cat that I want. I want to get a Maine Coon. Preferably I would want to get a pair of siblings, and so that then they can be really, really close while I'm busy working.
That means it's perfect.
So, where was I? Oh, right. Shadow monsters. Back when I was younger, I had just joined the Shadowbanes and was eager to prove myself. It's said that there are great riches far in the depths of Gravelmark, a dangerous mountain range in eastern Feoza. Hidden treasure troves full of precious gems and gold, and I owed some debts. Hoping to find some jewels, I made my way there, to the darkest of its crevices. Oh, I will say, the reason that breed of cat name is getting flagged is because the latter half of that name is technically a slur, but that is the correct name for the breed of cat, so if you're wondering why that is getting flagged, that's why. I know you're using it in the correct context, but yeah, it's a little tricky. So if we want to just make it easier for the mods, we could put like main C or something like that, and then it'll make it easier for everyone, because I know what you mean. Guarding its depths were creatures no one would ever choose to face. Bleak stalkers straight from the Twilight Chasm. A house panther, absolutely. I want a beautiful pair of house panthers, please. Bleak stalkers straight from the Twilight Chasm. We have to be serious, Shepper is telling their story. Hideous creatures that have every right to be associated with the Nightmare Realm. They typically feed on rocks and gemstones, but they seem to think bones have the same general consistency. I wasn't able to harm them with my mortal weapons, so I distracted them with some of the gems I had managed to pocket earlier. It was a close call. I will never forget their twisted antlers and beak-like snouts.
They sound kinda cute.
They were not cute.
If you say so. Maybe one day I'll encounter some.
Pray you never will. Ooh, got another rumor.
No thanks.
Another rumor. Hi! Hi, Kea! Welcome back, Kea. Are you alright? Yeah, of course. You want a drink? Yes. Give me something strong, please. No watered down muck. Got it. Something nice and strong for you? Boop! Something nice and strong for Kea. We haven't seen you in a while. And a little charisma. And a little defense. Boop. Strong and with 0 water. Just how you like it. Thanks. Needed that. You're welcome. Say, Inky, you got a room in your neat little book full of recipes for one more drink? Yes? Do you have something for me? Sure, got one for me? Come on. You bet. It's what my barber used to drink back in the day. By adventure reminded me of it. We got Sailor's Courage, a new drink we can make. Very cool. Thank you, Kea.
Why are you so sad?
I ain't sad.
But you look sad, and you sound sad, and the innkeeper looks worried. Probably because you're sad.
I am worried. Don't be. Too late. Like I said, I ain't sad. Not really. More, I'm not sure. My chest feels tight and I feel lightheaded. Maybe I'm dying.
Most are all side effects of being sad.
This little kitty can see straight through you, Kea. Who are you, anyway?
I'm Millie, the world's greatest detective.
I'm Kea then. Who's that punk next to you?
That's my sneaky assistant.
He got a name? Malachite. Ah.
So, I would like to detect while you're sad.
Likewise. Does it have to do with that wyvern chimera whose saliva you were hunting for?
You met a chimera.
A wyvern chimera, yeah.
That's so cool. Why? How? You're alive.
Sure am. Do you remember that forgetful vampire, Melly?
Of course.
He put out a quest for chimera saliva. He thinks it might be able to produce a sunscreen strong enough for him to walk in the daylight once more. Kaylin was brave enough to pick up his quest.
Whoa, that's amazing. How would you even get the saliva of a guardian?
By killing it.
Oh.
Would you like to tell us what happened? Sorry, ignore the dog. Is that really necessary? I think it might be good for you. And very interesting for us. You don't really want to disappoint Melly, do you?
Miss Kaylin, will you please tell me the story?
Fine.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So I think she got what she needed, but yeah, the beast didn't make it. I didn't mean to kill it. Seems like an extraordinarily blasphemous thing to do. For someone non-religious, you concern yourself an awful lot with it. Just try not to be a dick, that's all. Usually I got no trouble killing beasts, but my Baba would have lost if I told her I harmed a guardian. I think so, at least. Not like she'd ever fought any of them. But she had the natural ability to know when it would have been right to do so. I ain't got that kind of sense. We'll see about that. How did the fight start? On my way there, I changed my mind from fighting to sneaking. Thought if I was quiet enough and had the veil of the night on my side, I could just steal the saliva from right under its nose. Or maw. Drooled quite a bit, that thing. But I didn't know my way around the Quagman Grove, and I wasn't as quiet as I should have been.
Oh, I know all about that. But you got a giant sword, so you were prepared, right?
Of course. Innkeeper here even hooked me up with some fire resistance. Came in handy. And the sword, well, was made for killing beasts. Even the good kind, I suppose.
Is it a magic sword?
Not sure. Doesn't do any magic tricks. But it's stronger than your average steel and can resist even the highest heat without practical potions. Used to belong to my grandma. She left it behind for me. Hang on, lighting's a little bit bright. There we go, it's a bit better.
That's so sweet.
Your parents gonna leave you with your parents gonna leave you anything? Her parents are dead!
No, they weren't expecting to go, so they didn't think about that in time. But that's okay. I can find my own treasure.
I'm sure you will, kiddo. I like her. They just immediately move on to confidence, like, okay, that was a bit of a faux pas, but this kid's alright. They got a good head on their shoulders.
So the
Chimera noticed you? Yeah, sly beast pretended to be asleep while I approached it with the bucket. When I tried to catch its saliva, it snapped at me. Would have taken my arm if I wasn't so tough. The ensuing fight was something else. Next to its dragon head, it sported a lion and a snake head. They followed me all at once with overwhelming ferocity. It was the fiercest enemy I've ever encountered, and even though its fire couldn't harm me, it took everything in me to best it. I may have defeated it in the end, but I felt honored to have fought such a formidable foe.
So you defeated it with your badass sword?
Zephyr, did you teach the child the word ass? Zephyr, did you teach the child to curse? I did. This weapon really saved my skin. Dealing the final blow, I felt like my grandmother was holding my hand and guiding me towards victory. Or maybe I just imagined that. Maybe that doesn't matter, as long as it felt real. Maybe. I even gave it a proper burial, deserved an honorable send-off. I almost left the sword with it too, but it's too good of a weapon. The dead don't need swords anyway. Yeah. You know, I did achieve her dream. I saw a wyvern chimera in the flesh. I fought it even, and I killed it. Does that mean I killed her dream? I think it means her sword saved you from dying. I'm sure that was a dream of hers too. Possibly, but she would have found another way out of it, I'm sure. But she ain't there. Sorry, but she ain't here. So I thought maybe it was time I put her to rest as well. Left my goodbyes for her with the chimera. Maybe it can pass them on. May Tuat listen to your pleas. May he find that it's such mercy in his cold, dead heart. Is he dead, you think? Tuat, I mean, he does reside over the spirit realm, and only the dead can go— Sorry, that's Melly.
I mean, he does reside over the spirit realm, and only the dead can go up there, so he must have died to have gotten there too.
Or he's always existed there, was made to watch over the dead. He's a god after all. There's no clear consensus of what the Great Spirit Dragon really is. A dead dragon, a god who could always control death from his very inception. A reflection of what we believe death to be, death itself. He could be anything. What would you like him to be? What hopes do you have? I hope he's kind.
I hope so too.
Then I think he's kind. Maybe we should follow his example. That's what heroes are for, right? Indeed. You're one of those, right, Kea? Yes, you are, Kea.
Of course she is, silly.
I have to agree. You know what would be very heroic of her?
What?
If she brought this alive to Kyle, the vampire. I'm sure his joy about finally being able to walk in the sun will be extraordinary. Too lazy to go yourself. My domain is merely my tavern. You're much more likely to run into him. Fine. Might as well. Need to get moving anyway.
You're leaving?
No, just need to move around. Any of you happen to know where I can find this vampire? Last saw him at the Gaia Temple. The priest might know where he went.
I know where he wanted to go. I overheard him talking about it.
Okay, you say you like my high-pitched voice. There's a project that I'm in that I don't think I can talk about just yet because it's not fully out yet. And I do get to voice I get to do my higher-pitched voice for a character. So that should be coming out before the end of the year, the full version of it. So just wait until then. Wait until then. Be patient. Care to share?
I want to trade it. The information, I mean.
For what?
Can you teach me how to use a greatsword?
Melly, that sword is taller than you. I admire your aspirations, but maybe when you get a little older, sweetie. That's it. Sure thing. Right now? Okay, Kao's on board with teaching Melly how to use weapons, so hell yes.
Is right now okay?
I've got the time. It might take you more than one lesson, though.
That's okay. I've got time.
It's a deal, then. I'll show you the basics and you can tell me where to find the vampire.
Yippee!
That's it. That is, if your assistant is alright with that. Don't care. Not my circus, not my monkey. Okay, kiddo. Let's go. Innkeep, can we use your front yard? Of course. Go wild. Will do.
Are you coming too, Mel?
I love name changes. We'll get her a short sword. Should be the same relative size as a claymore. Absolutely. No, I'll stay here and have another drink.
Okay, you can join us later. I can't wait to learn how to fight. It'll be so helpful for future adventures. Innkeeper, do you have any quests I could go on after this? Direct us by sword and stealth skills.
Not yet, but I'm sure something will come in. Be patient. I promise I'll have a quest for you soon.
I can't wait. I'm going to destroy any challenge with wits, stealthiness, and giant swords. Ha!
I know you will.
But first, I gotta practice. See you later.
Hi, Malachite. I like her ambition. I like her naivety. Some would call it optimism. See, that's what you need, Steph, to find a big warrior woman at a bar and ask her to teach you how to swing a greatsword. Give it time. I'm going to be the big warrior woman at the bar who gives sword instructions. A waste of time. Delusions get you nowhere. You would know. Another drink, please. Same as before. Sweet and all. Coming right up. Oh, is someone a little moody? Okay, that Sailor's Courage drink looks amazing. Okay, so a lot of these are only focusing on like one skill, so we could vary this up a little bit between like Southern Brawler and Sailor's Courage a bit. So I'm going to try and keep that in mind, that we just don't go back to the same ones as before. And I try doing some of the different ones, like, oh no, we could do this one, Sunny Breeze, because it's still a very charisma one. Let's do oh no wait, they wanted the same as before. They wanted a Spoken Heart, specifically. So, Spoken Heart. There we go. Hey, can you teach me how to swing a giant sword? Is an amazing pickup line. Absolutely. Like, I'm gonna be that person in the bar in like the leather jacket and just with like my hat, because I'm wearing a hat in this scene, because I'm indoors wearing a hat because I'm that badass. And I got the hat kind of slung low so you just see like my lips and my jawline. And then you approach me in the tavern and just say, hey, I'm interested in learning how to swing a sword. And then I just slowly tilt my hat up like, partner, you want to learn how to swing a sword, then you come to the right girl. And yeah, I just have sunglasses on underneath that. Absolutely. Okay, that's a bit better. Some sweet optimism for my most pessimistic customer. This is sweet enough to make me optimistic for future drinks. Wow, I'm proud of myself here. You should be. Hang on. Sorry, I was just checking the time. I might keep going for maybe till the end of the day, just because honestly, it's really fucking hot in my apartment and I have rivers of sweat running down my legs right now because my PC gets very, very hot. So I'm going to probably keep going for like another like 20 minutes or so, and then we might call it a night. Maybe like we'll see how long this conversation lasts. Maybe do one more day, but we'll see. You should be. So, Malachite. Just leave me to my pondering. Oh, thank you for the hydrate check. Got it. Fable! Hiya, innkeeper. Hiya, Fable. I'm so happy to see the tavern looking healthy again. And you too. I'm sorry it took me so long to check in. That's alright. I hope the last 2 days weren't too hard on you. No, not at all. It was just very busy. A bunch of the Ashen Grove's trees got knocked over, and I spent a lot of time rescuing and leading group therapy sessions with the local wildlife. Oh! And of course I had to check in on all the nearby settlements too. See if they needed help with any damage after all of that. Did Uncle Draken make it? Yes, the werewolf settlement took a bit of a hit, but everyone made it out okay. Mr. Drago was making emergency soup when I arrived. I think he's a stress cooker. It's very nice of you to check in with everyone. Hi Haxon, how's it going? Welcome! I had to make sure everyone was okay. I used up a lot of my healing salves, but that's what they're there for. I'm not happy I had to use them, but I'm glad I was prepared. May I request something? Go ahead. Do you maybe have a drink in your repertoire that could assist someone in a situation like mine? Your drinks are powerful. I'd like something that would make me tougher while also replenishing my social energy. I think I'm all done with helping out now, but a drink like that would be a real game changer in case something like this happens again. I don't think I have a recipe for that yet. But don't worry, I've already got an idea. Ooh, a new one! But even without such a drink, I'm sure people were very thankful for your presence. Well, they weren't mad about it, at least. Though, I sort of feel like people aren't really as concerned as I thought they'd be. When I saw the stars fall, I thought for sure the world was going to end. Yes, I recall. You were right that it wouldn't, of course. But I thought that people would be a little more freaked out by the lack of the night sky. But everyone just seems to be okay with it? I asked one of my sisters about it and she said, "Who cares? Some wide-eyed adventurer will surely put them back at some point. Let's worry about replanting these tomatoes." I know it's tomatoes in American, like, with the American accent. It's tomatoes in the UK and Australia. So I just need... words! I don't even know if you could put them back. You can never put back what's lost. But you can always replace it with something new. I'm not sure that you can replace the stars, or if you should approach loss that way. It's all a matter of perspective. I wouldn't mind a bunch of trees up in the night sky for a change. Right, but it still would be much nicer if some things would just stay the same. They never do. I'm just happy everyone is okay. Did you check on Kale yet? She should be hacking my terrace to pieces outside. I did! Outside. On your definitely not hacked up terrace. Pluck there, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Rose Respite. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Just out of curiosity, do you own any wood glue? What did Melly do to my front porch? It was nice to see that she's okay too. I was a little worried she would just leave and never talk to me again. So it was nice watching her train Melly with so much enthusiasm. And to catch up a bit, that too. She tried to rope me into their greatsword training. Did you accept? I'm not really a sword kind of elf, but it was fun to watch her teach Melly. She's very sweet. Indeed. And I was just relieved to see Kaelin doing alright. She was relieved about Mr. Dragon. And about you, I'm sure. Maybe. To celebrate our well-being despite the absurdity of this world, how about a drink? I would love a drink. Can I have something agile and swift? I still have to make my way back home later, and I could use some speed for that. I'm sure I'll find just the thing. Okay. I think the feather is probably the best option. Something with speed. So, 1,000 winds. Swept up in the 1,000 winds, you become as charming and elusive as their elemental messengers. Somehow that feels exactly like resting on a tropical island, enjoying a refreshing drink and pleasant company. Its airy swells are perfect for avoiding unwanted questions. But they want something with even more speed. So I think a swift strike is the only thing we've unlocked so far that has that level of it. Ooh, I wonder if giving a bonus with the golden feather would also help? I'm doing really good, Plug. I'm doing really well. Having a great time tonight with this game. Yes, we're playing Act 2 of Tavern Talk. I'm actually going to save quickly because I want to see if we can put in a feather. The only thing is... Oh, do we have any extra rumors? Only got individual pieces for now, but these two... We need one more of that one. Let's see. Yeah, that one doesn't call for any charisma, that's the only thing. Whereas the feather, that is leaning towards charisma, so I don't think so. Oh. There we go. I was gonna do like F5 to save quickly, but no. We're not playing Baldur's Gate 3. Let's do a swift strike, because they wanted lots of speed. And some intelligence. And a little defense. Swiftly and quickly, your favorite drink. Thank you. Your drinks are still the highlight of my day. She makes the best drinks, right? There. Okay. Was that almost a compliment, Malachite? Really? Do you actually think that? Or is this a thing where you don't want to be nice? People seem to do that a lot for some reason. They taste good. As good as things can taste when you're, me. Well said. Thank you. By the way, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Fable. I'm an elf and a ranger, and I come here a lot. They're also incredibly courageous and... they're also an incredibly courageous and capable hero. That's not true. Not yet. I'm working on it. Being a hero, I mean. Why? Because I dream of adventure and all the wonderfully exciting things it can bring. And I want to help people. They are just polar opposites, like, in terms of look and body language and aesthetics. Just, I love these two. Why? Why not? I'm Malachite. Oh, you're Mal. I mean, Malachite, obviously. Melly was just talking about a Mal. She said they, or I guess you, are very cool and her new friend. She sounded very happy about it. We're not friends. She just won't leave me alone. No, Malachite, you've been adopted by the small child. You're now her friend. Oh, okay. Then why do you spend time with her if you don't like her? That sounds really mean. She keeps following me. And you take her along? Not by choice. I don't know you well enough to judge the truth behind all this. But I think you should be honest. With her and with yourself. Honesty goes a long way. I also believe that thing in Zofford could be fixed with honesty as well. You mean the missing familiar? I heard several familiars are missing, actually. And I believe with so many mages and familiars present, someone is bound to know something. But maybe they're just scared to face possible consequences for their honesty. Sounds like Zofford is going through an eventful time. Okay, got a bit more rumor. Yes! You don't choose your cat, the cat chooses you. It's literally that. Like, she has chosen you. You have been touched by the cat distribution network. Accept it, Mal. Speaking of which, I want to check if their bio changes depending on what name they're choosing to go by. It does! Oh my god, it does. I had my suspicions, but I just had to see it. Oh, that's amazing. Oh. We've got 2 pieces of this ruler now. Nice. Thanks for letting me know. I'll keep an eye or 2 out for future developments. Zoford isn't very far from here, is it? Not too far. It's the Eastern Feosa and is, to my knowledge, the biggest harbour town the Republic has to offer. I can only recommend its many summer festivals. Sorry, that's me. I can only recommend its many summer festivals. Very pretty fireworks. Why? Does it sound like something up your alley? No, not mine, but Melina is seeking her first quest. Maybe this could be something for her. Yes! She needs to practice her skills outside of risk-free theory. Good idea. I'll see if I can reserve it for her. Sorry for asking, but first quest? I thought Melly just turned 10. Isn't that a bit young for quests? No. I was a similar age when I ventured on my first quest. The one with the horrifying nightmare creatures. Yes. Oh, that's sad. No, that's cool. No, I think that's a little sad. Children shouldn't have to face such danger that early. Why not? It's always there. Might as well confront them with it when they're young, so they can accept its existence in their lives. That's an insane thing to say. Just because the world can be horrible doesn't mean we should confront children with that fact as early as we can. It's already bad enough that us grown-ups have to deal with it so much. Why should they just accept it if we can make the world a better place for them instead? Fable, you're very sweet. I know you wear your heart on your sleeve. But if she wants to go on an adventure, she can go on an adventure, okay? I mean, when you're on a quest with, and I quote, horrifying nightmare creatures, weren't you scared? Wouldn't you have preferred not to be alone? It builds character. A character that thinks we should put out other kids in miserable situations? Sure did a lot of good for you there. Weren't your parents worried to death about you? Fable, you might have stepped a little too far. You got enough rooms to make a quest yet, innkeeper? Not yet. Give me another day. People are so busy talking about or ignoring all the star debris, they're losing sight of the important things. Like feeding me new information. Is that very nutritious for you? No, but it's fun. In that case, the fun I can provide in a day is running out. Unfortunately, the horrors of this world do not stop chasing me nor anyone else. I shall take my leave. Good luck. See you around, with less horrors, I hope. Now I'm worried. About Malachite or Melly? Both. Are you really going to send her on that quest? If she wants to go, but I don't think you have to worry about it that much. Zoford is a beautiful city with a very low crime rate. I think she can handle a couple of rowdy familiars. And I doubt she's going to be alone. I hope not. Is it worse than being alone when you're scared? Very true. Are you scared of anything? Bad Yelp reviews. I don't think you have to be scared of that. You make the best drinks in all of Asteria. I think as long as you like my drinks, I'll be okay. You got my 5 stars in the bag. I would ask what you're afraid of, but the answer would be everything? Is it? Yes, but I'm working on not letting my fear stop me. I might not be able to avoid feeling afraid, but I can always just do things when scared. Rather than not at all, maybe. That is still a terrifying thought. How do you handle situations you're afraid of? I used to have a terrible habit of just walking away from things that scared me, but with the right people by your side, staying becomes less of a crushing weight on your shoulders. You realize that even if things aren't perfectly comfortable, they're still worth experiencing. That sounds lovely. I've never seen friends of yours around the tavern before. Maybe you should invite them over sometime. Perhaps. But one of my friends is sitting here right now. Where? Wait, are they invisible? Oh. You mean me. That makes me really happy. Fable, you are so precious! Also makes me feel pretty bad about having to go back home. Don't worry. Go home, fix the many things that worry you, as long as you come back. Always. I'll see you tomorrow, Innkeeper. See you tomorrow, my friend. Oh. Oh, I love this game so much. Ooh. We've met so many amazing new characters tonight. Okay, I want to wrap things up here, because while we didn't get to the end of this act, I want to take my time with this game, and also, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty wiped out today. So, let's save, and head back to the main menu, and call it a night. Because I really want to take my time with this game because it's absolutely incredible, and I highly, highly recommend checking it out for yourself. Support indie studios like this, because you can tell there was so much heart put into this game, and I'm genuinely having so much fun with it. And also this opens into a little DM screen. It's like the little things I just love so much. Alright, so let's wrap things up. A gentle reminder that I'm not streaming on Wednesday because a friend is visiting, so I'm going to be spending the day with them. But I will see you on Friday for more Baldur's Gate 3. I'm very, very excited to start the siege on Moonrise Towers. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But thank you all so much for joining me tonight, my lovelies, and I will see you on Friday for more Baldur's Gate 3. But if you've been lurking in the shadows and you like what you've seen so far, then please consider following. We would love to have you back at the Blue Rose Respite. You are welcome anytime. Be sure to check out my other socials that are popping up in the chat right now, including my 2 YouTube channels, one for my ASMR tales and the other for my Twitch VODs, and my Twitter, my Insta, and my TikTok. I'm currently doing a 24/7 ongoing broadcast over on my main YouTube channel, which is a collection of ASMR tales and some creepypasta narrations. So if you enjoy the sound of my voice, you find it soothing, invigorating, looking for some nice background audio to study or fall asleep to, then be sure to check that out and give it some support. But let's see who's currently streaming and we can go say hi. Let's go say hi to... Who should we go say hi to? Oh, Tiffany's having a celebration for winning an award? Yeah, let's go say hi to her. Yes, let's go say hi to Tiffany. Alrighty, I will send you guys over to Tiffany in just a moment, but thank you so much for joining me tonight, my lovelies. A big welcome to everyone new who followed, and very much a big thank you to everyone who renewed their subscriptions and sent bits. I will see you on Friday for more Baldur's Gate 3. I hope you have an amazing rest of the week, and remember, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and as always, stay wicked and wonderful. Good night, my lovelies.